If we look at the example, let's take a look first. This is the sample form at the top. Here, there's a panel, and then there's a label. This part says Product Management. That's the label. Then there's a text box and a button for clicking Search. Let's add a panel first. Okay, go to our project. Here, you'll notice that the toolbox is hidden, so let's show it. Go to the View menu first. Then find the word toolbox here. Do you see it? This is what toolbox will tell us. We'll use various controls from the toolbox. Type panel here, and now the panel shows up. Just drag it in. Now we have one panel. Next, let's set some of its properties. We'll make it stay at the very top. We'll do that in the Properties section right here. Select Top. Once you click it, the panel will be docked at the top, see? After that, you can adjust the width as you like. You can also drag it down here. I'll set it to about this size. Let's change the background color a bit. Go to the Back Color section here. Adjust the color however you want. There's no fixed rule for which color to use here. My project, I use a color like this. For the sake of speed, just pick any color you want. You don't have to follow the example, otherwise it'll take too much time. Next, we'll move on to the label section. Just drag it in. Adjust the size however you want. You can also change the text here as you like. But the color here is black, so you should change it to contrast with the background. Go to Font Color and set it to white. Okay, I'll use this color Windows White. Adjust the size according to your project. Now go to the font section. Give it a try. Right now, you'll need to experiment a bit to see what size works best. Let's set our form to about this size, around 28. You can also refer to the example. You can always adjust this later, so don't worry about it too much. Next, let's change the text here. Right now, it says Label 1. We're going to change it to Product Management. So go to the properties, specifically the text property. Name it Product. One space at a time, that's Management. There you go, that's about it. Next, we'll add a text box. For searching information, just type in text box. Once you have it, drag it down like this. You can resize it right here, see? You can also change the font. Just go to the font properties as before and adjust the size however you like. I'll try setting it to 14, something like that. Go ahead and name it right here. We should give it a meaningful name because we'll be writing commands to control this element. So I'll name it Keyword or Text Block Keyword. In CSharp, when naming a text box, usually the first letter is lowercase. If you pay attention, when you drag different controls onto the form, the prefix in their names is lowercase. This is just a naming style, and you can choose whatever you prefer. For me, I use a lowercase letter for the first word, like text block, and the second word starts with an uppercase letter. See? Okay, so this is the next button for searching. You have to say select, type the word bottom, and drag it in. Name it Search Button. Also, add some text to it here. The text will be set in the text property. Name it Search. Once that's done, next we just need to arrange it nicely. You can drag things around to adjust the layout as you like. Here, when it comes to formatting and making things look nice, you can arrange everything however you want. If you really want it to look good, it might take a little time. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard up, down, left, right to move things around. Okay, something like this. Then just save it. We finished the top part now, right? Next, we're going to work on this section here. This is the binding the vector control. The bottom part will be the status. Okay, let's keep adding. Type the word binding. There it is. Now, for the binding vector, just drag it in. It will automatically align itself to the top for us right here. You can notice this from the property dropdown. Here, the dropdown will automatically select top for us. See? If it doesn't select it, you can choose it yourself right here. So before we go and adjust the properties, let's add a status first. See the status column here? Just type it in and drag it in like this. Then right here, add a label as well, a status label. Type it in and here change the property a little bit. I'm going to type item and then set up the column like this. What I want here is to show the number of products, like how many rows there are, in other words, to count the number of items. Okay, so let's adjust things like this for now. Next, come over here. All right. Go to the property window. Then, in the Add New Item section up here, change it to None. Why? Because we're going to write the code ourselves. This is the default value, but just now we changed it to None. For the Delete section, set it to None as well, because we'll be writing the code ourselves. That's about it for this part. Next, let's add another button, because right now we only have two, the Add New button, but we also want to have a Save button as well. So click right here on this little triangle and select Bottom. After that, give it a name. I'm going to name it TrueSlip Save Bottom. For the property text, you can change it to whatever you want. I'll use the word save, then a vertical bar, and then update. So it's basically save or update. For the display style here, choose whatever you prefer. I want it to have both an image and text, meaning it will show both an icon and a label. See? There you go. Next, let's change the image here a little bit. Click on this little triangle here so we can find an icon to add. Select Project Resource File, then click Import. I've already prepared it on my desktop, so I've got the icon ready. You can use any icon you like here. If I want to use this image, this Discord icon, you can find it on various websites. Once you have it, just click on it like this. Next, let's add a button. Let's add another group, a button for refreshing. Just name it Refresh Button. Then, for the display style, set it the same as before. Change it to image and text. Add any image you want here. I'm going to use this image. You can choose whichever image you like here. It's not fixed, or you can even skip using an image. It won't cause any errors in the program. Then, change the text to refresh. For those who don't have an image yet, you don't have to. Click in there. Just change the text. Just changing the text is enough. But if you want it to look nicer, you can download an icon to use. At this stage, if you don't have one yet, don't worry about it. For the Add New part, change it to image and text as well, so that the text will appear like this. Okay, now we've got it. Next, let's take a quick look at an example. You'll notice that each button has this divider here. The divider is added to make it look nicer, so go ahead and add it as well. We call this a separator. First, click on our binding navigator. So, click on the little triangle, then select Set Separator. See? Once you've done that, just drag it in. Whatever you need, just like this, see? Just follow along with me now. There's something like this, see? After that, go ahead and save. Make sure that you've already renamed all the buttons properly. Here, for example, add new. Now that you've seen the name, I'll just use the same name as before. Say bottom, refresh bottom, okay. That's it.